Tonight on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, our final week of football with state final action including Menlo Atherton going for a state title and boys hoops with Monta Vista battling Oakland Tech.
We have soccer with the undefeated girls from Mountain View taking on Carlmont. The season with Pinewood continues as the girls travel to Hawaii, and we'll show you the emotional dedication from two Alhambra soccer sisters. 49ers Cal High Sports Report starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with the State Division III AA bracket where the Menlo Atherton Bears were fighting for a state title. The Bears winners over undefeated Eureka last week.
Yeah, the Bears having a great season with a super talented team. The Bears taking on the Lincoln Hornets from San Diego in the final game played at Sequoia High School Saturday night. Lincoln and Menlo Atherton in midfield to pay tribute to the Paradise Fire victims. The Hornets get on the board first in the first. Chris Davila heaves it downfield. Far sideline for Jamad Monroe, who makes the catch in stride, and he is gone 79 yards to the house. 7-0 Lincoln after one. But the Bears fight back in the second. Jack Alexander with the deep ball to Troy Franklin, who hauls it in and turns on the Jets all the way for the touchdown. PAT good, and we're tied at 7-all after Franklin's touchdown. Lincoln trying to answer on the next drive, but Trayvon Norton jumps the route and gets the interception to stop the Hornet drive. MA would take advantage of the turnover. Alexander connecting with Malik Johnson for a big gain. The Bears punch it in on the next play, and it's 14-7 MA at the half. The Bears looking to extend their lead in the second half. Franklin takes the direct snap and shows off his speed, running past defenders, shredding several tacklers before he is forced out of bounds at the 3. Franklin, one of the very best sophomores in the nation. Then handed to Destin Hawkins, who powers his way into the end zone. 21-7, Menlo Atherton in the lead. Lincoln trying to mount a comeback late, but the pass is going to be picked off by our CCS Defensive Player of the Year, Daniel Hemuli, as the Menlo Atherton Bears win the CIF 3AA championship, the first state title in MA history. Alexander and Hawkins leading the way for the Bears. North Bay Sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. Here come the Lincoln Mustangs going for their first ever state title. First play from scrimmage for the Mustangs, Javon Baker throwing deep for 6'4", senior Johnny Adewusi, who hauls it in. Later same drive, Baker, the touchdown maker, leaps over the pile, and Lincoln has a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, Baker to throw again. This one's not pretty, but it gets the job done as Adewusi comes down with another big catch, leading to a Lincoln field goal, 10-0. Lincoln playing great D all day long. Look at the tackle for a loss by Julian Aguirre. Second half kickoff now, and Murray Stewart really wants to run this one back. He grabs it at the 3. That's a bad idea. Breaking tackles, and Stewart is gone. That was a great idea. The Lincoln lead now 10-7. But Lincoln comes right back. Baker is not going to be denied his state title. 18 yards and a Lincoln first down on this play here. Later in the drive, Jack Goggin takes it down to the 1. Baker sneaks it in from there, 17-7 Lincoln. Orange Glen looking to come back as Ethan Villalobos throws a perfect ball to Cale Patterson. The Patriots score a short time later, 17-13. But the Mustangs take off from there, and this guy was a big reason why. Senior Javon Baker, great on both sides of the ball. Baker traveling 53 yards, and the Mustangs win it 24-13. A water bath for longtime head coach Phil Ferrigno. Then coach gets to have some fun with the guys as Lincoln wins its first ever state title. 24-13 was the final, a huge game for Javon Baker.
We now head out to the pitch for some boys soccer action with De Anza hosting Richmond. In the first 8 minutes of the game, Roberto Gutierrez fires this in off the penalty shot, and the Richmond Aceteros go up 1-0. De Anza coming right back, looking to tie the game up with this shot on net, but it's our guy, Alejandro Rodriguez, there to shut it down. And next half we go, Gutierrez fires one from near midfield. It knocks off the crossbar, and Alex Poblano recovers nicely. Fast forward to the 68th minute mark, it's Gutierrez again. Watch how this one flies from 35 yards out, and the Oilers lead it 2-0. Los Aceteros keep it rolling with some nice teamwork here. Duraj to Holly with the through ball to Saul Carapia, and finally Roberto Gonzalez is there to score. On the ensuing kickoff, De Anza wasting no time. Gerardo Leyva breaks away and fires this one in, but the Richmond Oilers hold on to win it. 3-1 the final, Gutierrez scoring twice. Each week, we present the Players of the Week and a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rica Center.
The Rica Center producing an original rap every week based on last week's games. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Rica Center, Cal High Sports. These are your Players of the Week. Come on. Give it up for the senior quarterback Mo Flynn. Finding receivers no matter if they cover the open. Leading Bishop O'Dowd in the championship contest. A monster for the Dragons, but he's more like the Loch Ness. 14 for 25 passing delivery and a 51-yard touchdown to seal the victory. 212 yards, his efforts were very vital in helping his team claim the Division II title. Next athlete so cold it's like he's playing in a cooler. Senior running back Shamar Julian Jr. bringing euphoria for the Warriors and the climates. Now they got the state title game on the horizon. Give Jamar the ball and he could go all the way like he did 3 times in the Division IV championship. 194 yards on the ground to beat Aptos. Now Mac wears the NorCal crown. Oh yeah, those are your Players of the Week. Rica Center, Cal High Sports.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
The posterior cruciate ligament, or PCL, lies behind your ACL and is important to prevent the tibia from translating posterior on the femur. The PCL is much thicker and stronger than your ACL, so tears are not as common. When they do occur, you may have pain and swelling and a feeling of looseness in the knee, and this can initially be confused with an ACL injury. PCL injuries are usually grade 1, a sprain, or grade 2, a partial tear, both which are stable and usually heal fine with rest and bracing. Grade 3 PCL injuries are complete tears and often occur with other knee ligament injuries and may require surgical reconstruction. Physical therapy is an important part of the treatment of PCL injuries.
Coming up, the first block construction blockbuster game as undefeated Ignacio Valley meets Tennyson.
And we travel to Hawaii for the Iolani Classic as the season with Pinewood girls basketball continues next.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Defender twice my size. Bring it. Down by 2? I got this. I love this game as much as the pros. I may not play for the Warriors, but I have the same doctors. Teaming up to keep the pros and me at the top of our game.
It's here. It's the Big Finish sales event at the #1 hybrid dealer in the world, South County of Gilroy. Get $15,000 off the MSRP, huge tax breaks, and rebates on the best-selling hybrid in the Silicon Valley, the Chrysler Pacifica. This is your last chance to get your tax credit and access the commuter lane. Only 125 left. They are selling fast, so get yours today. South County of Gilroy and South County of Marin. Tax break, tax break, tax break.
At San Jose State University,
we discover who we want to be. For ourselves,
for our families,
for our communities.
Different and unexpected.
Begin here.
At the heart of a transforming valley, in a city that is tough and beautiful.
We are Spartans.
What powers us changes our world.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the 7-0 Ignacio Valley basketball team. The Warriors feature 6'5" senior captain Christopher Taliva.
The Warriors traveling to Hayward to battle the Tennyson Lancers. It's our block construction NCS blockbuster game, and Austin Manili was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Welcome to Monday Night Basketball here at Tennyson High School as the Lancers host the Ignacio Valley Warriors. After finishing 5-18 last year, the Warriors are off to their hottest start in years with a 7-0 record this season while averaging 65 points a game. The Warriors will be taking on a strong Lancers squad with 6'4" junior Valesis Vaishwa, one of Tennyson's go-to guys who has played on varsity every year since his freshman season. It's the Lancers and the Warriors for this week's NCS Block Instruction Blockbuster Game.
The Warriors will get the ball rolling with some nice D from Sir Lynn McCoy, stealing this one and dishing it off to Gabe Patak for the 11-4 lead. But the Lancers came back fighting next quarter. Perry Thomas takes this one to the hole for the and one lay-in. Lancers continuing the attack. Aaron Maggot driving to the bucket and just throws it up, and somehow the ball goes in as Tennyson leads 28-27. But coming out of the locker room, Warriors offense was clicking with an outlet pass to Patak, who tosses a floater to Adarian Bennett for two. YV pulls ahead. And this guy was just on fire in the second half. Patak with a splash all the way from Concord. Yeah, this guy can shoot. Warriors up 39-33. Ignacio Valley would then swing this around to Patak and takes this up strong with the lay-in. Warriors would take a comfortable 8-point lead to close out the third. Next quarter, Lancers coming out firing. Aaron Maggot to Velashis Vaishwa, who throws this one down with authority. And Tennyson is making a comeback. Then it's Perry Thomas taking this in off the inbound pass, and this game is tied at 59-all. Less than a minute left in the game. Tennyson looking for their go-to man, Vaishwa, with the up and under windmill. Oh, that was nice. And the Tennyson Lancers come from behind to hand Ignacio Valley their first loss of the season. Vaishwa and Perry tells us how they pulled off the win.
It's motivation, you know. We look at one another, we see who wants it.
Honestly, all they really took was execution. Even in the BA, in our little locker room, I even said, if this is ours, then we're going to take it. But if not, then it's going to prove it on the court. And today, obviously, it proved it on the court.
In Hayward for the Blockbuster Game, I'm Austin Manili, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Tonight, we continue our series this season with Pinewood girls basketball. This week, the girls traveling to Hawaii to play in the Iolani Classic.
Yep, the Pinewood girls playing 3 games in 3 days while enjoying their time on the beautiful island of Oahu. The season with Pinewood girls basketball is brought to you by Morgan Manos Shepler, your trusted Peninsula real estate agent, and by Chef Chu's, a Peninsula favorite for tempting innovative Chinese cuisine since 1970. Welcome to Oahu, Hawaii, where the Pinewood girls play this week in the Iolani Classic. It's a trip the girls have looked forward to for a long time.
It's going to be so much fun. We're all looking forward to it. We worked to make some of the money. We've been helping out some of the basketball games and football games. But yeah, it's going to be absolutely incredible. We get to go and play some great competition, but also go to Hawaii and have a lot of fun.
The Panthers will face some tough competition in the tournament, but the goal here is to have a great time, enjoy the soothing water and warm sun, and then play some basketball.
It's been pretty great. We've gotten to go to the beach and have a little bit of fun, and then we've had a couple practices, a shoot around this morning, and then practice yesterday. Still trying to stay in game mode, even though there's a lot of adventure around us.
Adventure including a hike along the coastal hills, jumping into the ocean off some rocks, and spending quality time in the hotel with the teammates.
The freshmen I'm getting to know so well, and the rest of them I spent a few years with, so I don't know, this is really family to me.
And that is the goal of this trip, to bring the players together as a team, as a family, enjoying the experience of being with each other away from home and away from school. The team can concentrate on getting to know each other and getting better together on the basketball court.
I think now we're having some fun, but once it's game time, it's game time, and we just have to get in that mindset. And we won't be at the beach for too long. We'll go back and get our rest and be prepared for the game.
Once again, they've never played a team like you before. So 1, 2, 3, compete.
The Panthers compete right from the start. Having Hannah jump wide open for a 3 is a bad sign for any opponent. Caitlin Leung stays hot, hitting a long corner 3 as the Panthers have control of this game early. The bulk of the team's lead in the game comes from defense. Clara Astrom anticipating the pass and taking it all the way with a lefty lay-in, and Pinewood leads it 11-3.
Our ball pressure is awesome. We're dominating them with the ball. Let's take advantage of that. Get some dead dribble hugs and some steals and some 2-on-1s, all right? 1, 2, 3, compete.
From there, it's all just fun. Jump throws an alley-oop pass to her fellow senior Astrom, firing up the entire team. It's 23-9 at the half. The Panthers lock it down in the fourth, giving up just 1 point in the quarter. Natasha Thompson gets the steal here and just beats the final buzzer to give the Panthers a 55-19 win.
We've had a really good couple of days here, but I think as soon as we walked in, it's kind of like, okay, it's time to focus and focus all our energy on this game, so yeah.
Game 2 on Friday night had the Panthers meeting the host school Iolani. The very familiar Pinewood ball movement on display early as Annika Decker hits for 3 to give Pinewood a 5-2 lead. On her 18th birthday, Caitlin Leung continues to contribute, driving for 2 for a 32-13 lead midway through the second. The Panthers' shots were falling in this game, improving over the first game of the tournament. Clara Astrom was hot for the Panthers, hitting 5 3-pointers in the game, and this game was all but over with Pinewood leading 52-28 at the half. Lots of girls get to play in the second half. Sophomore Una Jovanovic with a pretty bounce pass to freshman Valentina Sarek, and then freshman Emily Lee with another Pinewood 3. The Panthers cruise to an easy win. Still, there is always room to improve.
We should have taken care of the ball better, dribbling-wise, passing-wise. There were some passes that were questionable, but the positive takeaway is that if we just keep shooting, we can hit every single 3, and it was raining out there.
I want you to feel completely at ease and confident with the way we play, because they haven't played a team like you before, ever. We're going to do our thing against them.
For the Panthers, doing their thing means ball movement and 3-point shots. Annika Decker getting the Panthers' first 3 points of the game. But this game belongs to Hannah Jump, the Stanford-bound senior hitting for 3 here, and she is just getting started. Incarnate Word from Missouri keeping the game tight throughout the first half, but after a made 3-point shot, the Panthers come quickly down court with a pass to Caitlin Leung, and it's a 6-point Pinewood lead at halftime. From there, Hannah Jump takes over. A very long 3 here, one of 11 3-pointers made by Jump in the game. One of the best pure shooters in the country, Hannah hits here and draws the foul for a 4-point play. The Panthers play their best game of the season to win the tournament and a trophy to bring back home.
We came out with a lot of energy. We were hitting our shots, and we wanted this win. We prepared for it all day. They're a great team, number 10 ranked. So just to come out and get a win over them is just incredible. And everything we've done in the preseason to prepare for this has just been worth it.
Next week, we'll see how the Panthers handle playing against a former Panther player, now the head coach at a competing school.
Time for the South County Chrysler Coach of the Week Award.
This week's Coach of the Week is Bishop O'Dowd head coach Napoleon Kaufman. Coach Kaufman and the Dragons won the NCS Division II section title last week. Coach got to show off his speed as the former NFL running back outran the Gatorade bucket after the game.
It was a great season for the Dragons. Napoleon Kaufman, this week's South County Chrysler Coach of the Week.
Cinemark is getting ready to open its new luxury cinemas at Southland Mall in Hayward. To help you get ready, we're giving out free passes for 2 with a trivia contest.
Here's this week's question. Tom Hanks is now an executive producer for 6 movies coming out this year. Where did the Academy Award-winning star of Forrest Gump go to high school? Tweet the answer at 49ers Cal High.
The answer to last week's question is John Chu went to Pinewood School, and he directed the box office hit Crazy Rich Asians.
Coming up, back to the hardwood for Monta, Vista, and Oakland Tech.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Girls Basketball Power Rankings. Luxury real estate is far more than a transaction. It's about living the life you deserve. Morgan Mano Shepler with McGuire Real Estate knows a commitment at this level requires a rock-solid relationship with experts who truly understand each local community. Go to Morgan's website to learn more about available homes for sale, read Morgan's client testimonials, and request a complimentary home valuation. With Morgan's proven track record for success, her clients enjoy a complete concierge service experience from start to finish. Because anything is possible when you have the right agent.
Luxury loungers are coming to Hayward at the new Century Theater, opening soon at Southland Mall. For grand opening information, go to Cinemark.com.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
We're Monta Vista 12th man, and you're watching the 49ers Cat High Sports Report.
We are back at Levi Stadium with a battle between two top basketball teams. The Oakland Tech Bulldogs feature 6'8" senior center James Arterberry.
OT taking on a Monta Vista team featuring outstanding senior guard Matt Messelman. The two teams meeting at Oakland Tech this week. The Oakland Tech Bulldogs getting set to take on Monta Vista Thursday night. The Bulldogs clicking on offense early to Jean Hale, passes it to Timothy Thomas, who shoots and scores from deep. But then the Mustangs answer quickly. Nate Ruchena finds Nate Rivas at the elbow, and Rivas drills it for 3. Oakland Tech on offense now as Ahmed Muhammad lobs it over to big man James Arterberry, who gets the shot to go, and the Bulldogs take the 1-point lead after 1. Monta Vista rallies back in the second. The first shot is off, but Chris Bortz gets the offensive board and lays it in, and the Mustangs take the 24-17 lead at halftime. And looking to keep the momentum going, the third, Bortz kicks it over to Trent Stetschult, who nails the shot from three-point land. But the Bulldogs catch fire. McNeil's Leak with the inbound pass to Hale, who dishes it back to Leak, and he fires and hits from downtown. Then it's Hale with a bounce pass, this time to Jacob Harris, who draws contact and gets his shot to go for the and one. 36-33 Bulldogs after 3. And OT continuing the attack. Hale with the dish to Leak, who banks in the trifecta, and Monta Vista still fighting back. Bortz passes it to Matt Musselman, who connects from deep 3, but this one belongs to the Bulldogs. Muhammad gets the pass and hits the mid-range jumper, and Oakland Tech wins it 52-44 to go 4-2 on the season. Thomas and Leak leading the charge for the Bulldogs. Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who've overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Our Austin Manili joins us now with the story of love between sisters.
Robert, Julia and Gigi Betty are thrilled to be playing on the same soccer team this season. But it is a third sister, not at the game, who will be on their minds.
It's a new season here for these Alhambra Bulldogs, and sisters Julia and Gigi Betty are looking forward to playing on the same team together for their first time. Not only for each other, but also for their older sister Jenna. Julia and Gigi grew up sharing a close relationship with their older sister, creating a special bond that inspired these two girls to pursue the game of soccer. But on March 2nd, 2014, the entire family received some heartbreaking news.
My mom sat my sister and I down because we came from our friend's birthday party, and I just remember my aunt putting her hands over her face and crying, and we just sat down, and then my parents told us.
Jenna Betty had been killed in a train accident just a few miles away from their Martinez home. She was just 14 years old.
And you're just in shock. And it was just I called Dean up, and it was just you're not gonna believe, you're never gonna believe that could happen to your kid.
I was in utter shock. I didn't really believe it. I felt like it wasn't true. I was just living a dream that I wish wasn't true at the moment.
Family and friends came together to support Julia, Gigi, and the rest of the Betty family during that difficult time. That kindness from others led the family to start a nonprofit organization to do the same. The Bettys created Her Smile to support families who have also lost loved ones, all in the honor of Jenna.
When Jenna passed away, it left this huge void in Julia and Gigi's life. I'm most proud of how good they were with one another. And now Julia and Gigi are great still together, and we miss that bond that they all shared together. And so that's what I'm most proud of.
Each time these two step on the soccer field, Julia and Gigi will be wearing a special memoriam of Jenna's lucky number, knowing that their sister will be with them at all times.
When I'm out on the field, I know I'm playing for someone and I'm wearing her number, so she definitely motivates me to be a better athlete and a person at the end of the day.
Her passing away has been my biggest motivation, and it just gives me a reason to do everything, gives me a lot of purpose.
As these girls strive to pursue their goals, all three of the Betty sisters will continue to live in each other's hearts. And this special bond between them will last the rest of their lives.
I realize that I live every day to be happy for my sister.
The Alhambra team is off to a good start with the Betty sisters playing on the same side. It's bound to be a successful season, and Julia has just committed to playing at Sonoma State.
Awesome. Sonoma State, is that actually?
Go Seawolves!
That's a thing.
Alumni.
Huh?
It is a very big thing.
All right.
Julia and Gigi are Be Human inspirational athletes this week. To nominate your favorite inspirational athlete, download the Be Human app in the App Store and use the tag inspirational athlete to share what makes your nominee so inspirational. Be Human is humanizing social media. Be Human, inspire, and be inspired.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Menlo takes on Homestead.
And to the soccer pitch for Yerba Buena and Harker, you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Steve Greenwood's water pump repair business and Tri-Counties Bank have a history together. So when the chance to start a company that manufactures the parts he uses came down the pipe, he knew who to turn to. Branch manager Daryl Polkentine created a business line of credit, allowing flexible funding to start the company and fund initial manufacturing operations, maintaining a strong cash flow for his flowing enterprise. That service to be pumped about. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
College football fans, get your popcorn ready and start your New Year's Eve party early at the Red Box Bowl. Secure your spot at Levi's Stadium December 31st at noon as Oregon takes on Michigan State, only on Fox. 2 great conferences, 2 great teams, 1 unforgettable bowl game. The Red Box Bowl, December 31st at Levi's Stadium. Visit redboxbowl.com to lock in your seats today.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with the Homestead Mustangs off to a fine start this season with a 6-1 record.
The Mustangs taking on the Menlo Knights this week. The Knights featuring 6'7" senior Cole Kastner, who averages 19 points a game. Menlo and Homestead is our South County Chrysler Game of the Week, and Robert was there.
Menlo head coach Keith Larson getting his boys set to go against Homestead. Early on, Menlo's outstanding junior, Cole Kastner, banging his way to the hoop. He gets the basket and one for the first points of the game. But Homestead has a steely-eyed sharpshooter in Alex Harris. Alex on fire in the first half. He nails the three here. Harris again here, this time pump faking from the outside, then charging to the rim for a fancy lay-in. Now look at this, Harris way outside. This one brought snow. Mustangs by 2, 1.6 left in the first. Fire at full court to Kastner, who turns and fires, and he gets it, and we're tied at 9 after 1. Second quarter action now of a tight game as Harris gets the steal all the way to the rack to lay it in, and won 22 points in the first half for Harris. More Mustangs as Carson Chow goes strong to the rack, up and under, 15-13 Homestead. But Menlo keeps it close. Miles Dorison dishes to Garrett Kehani, who banks it home and one. Second half now as Mitchell Rabolo rolls into the lane with a little hook shot for two, 41-38 Homestead. But the Knights tie the game as Kehani all alone from beyond the arc, and he nails it, 43-all. The Mustangs' Brant Hedgepeth with an open mid-range jumper to stay close, but the Knights take the lead here and don't look back as Toby Thornburg nails the three to give Menlo a 3-point lead midway through the fourth. Then good D here by Thornburg. He races up court. Bounce pass to Matt Flower, who gets mugged, but gets it to go, and it's a 5-point Menlo lead. Then Kastner showing off his skills with a steal, a nice-looking fadeaway in the lane as Menlo goes on to win this one by 8. The Knights 3-1 now on the season, and we talked with the team right after the game. And here they are for a very impressive win tonight, the Menlo Knights. Congratulations, guys. Right here with me, Cole Kastner. Cole with 24 points in the game tonight, so Cole is our MVP of the game. Congratulations on that. Cole, talk about this team. So far, you guys 3-1 so far. You've had a couple of tough games. What does a game like this do for this team?
I think it shows our ability to adapt, in the flow of the game. They came out, pressed us really hard, and we got a young group, and we just learned. We learned how to adapt. We learned how to get to the basket, and ended up with the win.
Yeah, you like the leadership role on this team?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Leadership role is great. It's great for me.
Very good. Matt Flower over here. Matt, talk about this team going on. It's very early in the season. What do you think you guys need to work on to get where you want to be?
I think we just, we got to get a little more disciplined. And as Coach always says, we just got to take it to the hole really strong every time. And I think if we do that, we'll start getting our offense flowing more and progress as the season goes on.
All right, Miles Dorison over here. Miles, this team is, you guys looking for a league title. What are your goals for this year?
We got league title first. We're trying to build off that, but really we're taking it game by game. We're going to keep going, coming off of last season. We had a big year. We're back for more this year. We want to take it farther. We're ready to go. Am I right? Let's go!
Very good. Menlo Knights, congratulations. Big win tonight, guys. Take us out with a cheer.
All right, let's go. Hey, we are.
Hey, we are
Menlo!
Next up in girls soccer, we have the Harker Eagles hosting the Yerba Buena Warriors. Harker dominating this match. Mega Salvi doing it all by herself, taking it down the field and into the box for the goal to put the Eagles on the board. Another solo shot here by Rhea Gupta. And the Harker Eagles were pretty stoked about that one. 18 minutes into the game and Harker in possession again. Sarah Botcher staying in control and rockets it in as the Eagles take the 3-0 lead. And we have more Eagle action here. Emma Boyce on the attack, and she gets it past the keeper. There is no stopping these Harker girls. And we return from the half. A penalty shot puts Yerba Buena on the board, but the Eagles are just too good. Captain Julia Mix sends another one in as the Harker Eagles take this match 7-1. An impressive victory for the Eagles. Julia Mick leading the way with 3 goals.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Cassie Snow from the Midi Girls Soccer Team. Cassie organized a holiday gift-giving drive where her and her teammates wrote cards, put together goodie bags, and collected toys that were all delivered to Stanford Children's Hospital. Cassie talks about why organizing this drive was so important to her.
I've always worked really well with kids, so I've always kind of had this spot of compassion for them. And so I know how it also feels to have a family member sick and in the hospital over the holidays. So I really wanted to do something for them. And I know a gift that you get during the holidays when something like this is going on can really make a difference and really change the overall vibe of the holidays. So I really wanted to do something, include my passion for helping kids with also knowing what it feels like to kind of go through a similar situation.
Coming up, the McClymonds Warriors go for their third straight state title.
And later, Reardon meets Stewart Hall. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi's Stadium with the state 4A title game featuring the McClymonds Warriors. Mac, winners of the Oakland section again this season.
The Warriors feature powerful senior running back Jamar Julian Jr. Mac meeting the 13-1 Garfield Bulldogs at Laney College Saturday night.
The McClymonds Warriors playing for their third state championship. Mac getting on the board first. Dre and Paul throws a perfect dime to Edward Woods, who hauls it in for the touchdown. PAT no good. 6-0 Warriors after one. Garfield trying to answer back in the second, but the pass is picked off by Montrell Smith to stop the drive, and it's a 6-0 lead for Mac at the half. The Bulldogs rally back in the third. Jonathan Batista connects with Abel Martinez for a big game. Garfield punches it in a few plays later to tie it at 6-all. But back come the Warriors on their drive. Paul heaves it to Woods, who makes a spectacular catch to move the chains. Then give it to San Jose State bound senior Addie Anderson, who powers in for the touchdown. 12-6 Mac back in the lead. The Warriors pour it on from there. Hand it to Jamar Julian Jr. and Triple J finds a hole, sheds a couple of tacklers, turns on the Jets, and he is gone. 75 yards to the house as Mac takes a 20-6 lead after 3. McClymonds putting the finishing touches on in the fourth. It's Paul again on the pass to Devon Sanders, who makes the diving grab for 6 as the McClymonds Warriors win the CIF Division 4A state championship, their third straight state title. Paul, Anderson, and Triple J leading the charge for the victorious Warriors.
Off to the soccer pitch now, where we have Palo Alto hosting the Sequoia Cherokees. Vikings off to a good start, 26 minutes in. Marcus Ama sends it to James John, who slides it in past the keeper for the first goal of the night. Pally on the attack again. Marco Tan in possession. He shoots, and it's just a bit high going over the net. Into the second half, more Palo Alto. Ama with another assist to Jason Shorin this time, and he brings it into the box, dances around the defense, and fires it into the corner of the net for another Vikings goal. Pally up 2-0. A beautiful corner kick here by Christopher Chen. Erica Boitas with the header, but keeper Ivan Franco is there for the save. Another attempt is made by Pally's Isaiah Schoenberger. Another great save by Franco, but Pally would go on to win it 2-0. Goals made by James John and Jason Shorin.
Once again this season, the San Jose Earthquakes and Valley Health Plan will bring us the boys and girls soccer players of the week.
Check back next week for our first winners.
Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we show tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order, and yes, it makes a wonderful Christmas gift.
Be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. Scroll to our Facebook page and give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's where you can find and share all of the highlights and features you see on the show every week.
Coming up, our second block construction blockbuster game as Reardon hosts Stewart Hall.
And later, the Wilcox Chargers playing for a state title. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Scat Packs, Hellcats, Demons, we've got them all. Fast and furious at South County. Speed is our name. It's the Big Finish sales event at California's #1 volume dealer. Get the new Jeep Cherokee for just $16,888. Jeep Renegades just $12,999. New Jeep Compass for only $13,999. New Fiats just $11,999 after discounts and rebates. Are you kidding me? Big Finish, big savings, big selection. South County of Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot.
One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit in the country dedicated to brain healing and brain health resulting from sports-related concussions. We help athletes get better quicker and learn the benefits of brain health. Don't ignore a possible brain injury that can get worse over time if left untreated. Call One Hit Away today and find out what we can do for you, or go to our website at onehitaway.org.
One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit organization in this country that provides education, support, and resources for brain healing and brain health for individuals, teams, and other organizations that may have athletes experiencing the effects of sports-related concussions.
Back at the NBC Sports Studio with the Stewart Hall Knights, off to a great start with an 8-1 record.
The Hall with a very big test this week as they travel across town to meet the Reardon Crusaders. Reardon with a tough pre-league schedule hosting the Hall in our second block instruction blockbuster game, and our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
There are only 2 weeks left of preseason. The 4-3 Crusaders are getting ready for the tough West Catholic League by going up against some big teams early on, one being the Stewart Hall Knights. The Hall coming off a NorCal title and returning one of their top players, Miles Amos. The senior is off to a great start, averaging 20 points a game. Reardon is expecting to turn some heads this season with junior guard Jaylani Clark back on the court for the Crusaders. Last year, Clark named first team All-WCAL. This year, he's already averaging 17 points a game. Let's get to it. It's the Hall at Reardon in our blockbuster game.
The first 4 points of the game go to Jaylani Clark, scoring on Reardon's first 2 offensive possessions. Nice pump fake and jumper right there. The Hall keeping it close. Tomas Woldler feeds it to sophomore center Nigel Burris. First shot is off, but he gets the putback to go. The Hall pulls within 2. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Crusaders extend their lead as Clark fakes right, goes left, and lays it in, and 1. Reardon putting up 20 points in the first quarter. Here's a nice long ball by Zachary Quantico in the corner. Reardon pulls away in the second quarter, but the Hall comes out strong in the second half. It's Burris to J. Henry Ryan to Miles Amos for 3. 4 minutes left in the third. Reardon continues to light up the scoreboard. Deshaun Johnson with the offensive board to Clark, and look at that heads-up pass inside to Chime Ubaja, who finishes at the rack. Here's Clark on a fast break. Nice ball movement and lay-in for the 18-point lead. The Crusaders are getting it done on offense. Here's Darnay McPherson with the alley and Reedy with the oop. Reardon shooting an impressive 50% from the field in the second half. Here's Lee Hubbard to Justice Turner, who hits from downtown. Turner 4 for 5 from the 3-point line. Reardon wins this one 73-41. Here's Jaylani Clark post-game.
This year, we looking pretty good. We got a little bumps and bruises. You know, we got one of our starters out, Bryce. But we trying to get back to the play that we know, because we didn't really have a good team the last few years. But now we got some transfers and stuff. Like we're building on this. We're gonna build on this win.
In the city with our blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor James John from the Palo Alto soccer team. James sports a 4.3 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates Downbeat, the upper school show choir. The group was just accepted into the 2019 Varsity Vocals International Championship of High School A Cappella. This is a global competition for high school singing groups as featured in the Pitch Perfect movies. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video.
Here's this week's Adobe tip. Here's a fast, easy way to make it look like you're taking a flash picture in your video. At the point where you want the flash to happen, make a freeze of the video. So at the spot where you want the freeze, right-click, then hit Add Frame Hold. That will freeze the shot and add an edit point. Then in your effects palette, type Dip. We're going to use the dip to white. Put that effect on the edit point and shorten it to 4 frames, and there's your flash. Just another way the Adobe Creative Suite makes it easy to make your highlight reels or team video better than all the rest. Coming up, the Wilcox Chargers play for their first ever state title.
But first, here's our final Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for football.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andrew.
And we are both brokers with Sereno Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
What a great season for the Wilcox Chargers. The Deanza Division champs playing for a state title this week.
Yeah, the Chargers rushing for nearly 4,000 yards as a team this season. Wilcox hoping their run for a state title ends with a win as the Chargers meet Kaiser from Fontana Saturday night. The season comes down to this game. Wilcox fighting for their first state title in school history. First drive of the game, Kaiser picks it up inside the 30 and pushes forward, but Wilcox steps up on D. Rowan Pulavaati hits the ball loose, and Paul Rosa is there to recover and runs it into Kaiser territory. And that fumble recovery leads to a Gabe Herrera rushing touchdown as Wilcox strikes first. Herrera just getting started for the Chargers. Here's a 24-yard touchdown run by the senior running back to make it 13-0. This game was a battle between two run-heavy teams. Christian Hunter shuffles his way into the end zone to pull Kaiser within 6. 2 minutes left in the first half. Wilcox strikes again. It's Alex Adami on the quarterback keeper, and 20-7 is the score with the Chargers in the lead. Less than 2 minutes left in the first half. Kaiser at midfield. Trey Tribble hands it to Mo Wright, who cuts up the middle and turns on the Jets. 56 yards, just short of the end zone, but the Cats finish the drive with a TD. Back from the half, Wilcox doing Wilcox things. Handed to Herrera. He takes off for a 60-yard touchdown run to give the Chargers a comfortable 34-13 lead, but not comfortable enough. Kaiser not going down quietly. 2 minutes left in the third. Tribble connects with Lucas Mandujano, who hauls it in. Kaiser then recovers an onside kick for a scoring drive to pull within 7. Fourth quarter, this Rosa rushing TD was huge for Wilcox, giving the Chargers a 2-score lead. Less than 2 minutes to play. Kaiser with a desperation pass. It's picked off by Nick Malvini, and that seals the deal. The Chargers capture the 3A state title, the first in Wilcox history. Head coach Paul Rosa getting an ice bath, and the Chargers begin their celebration. 41-27 the final, a big night for senior Gabe Herrera with 4 touchdowns. 1-2-3 Spartans. It's Mountain View meeting Carlmont. Defensive first half, freshman Ali Montoya freeing herself, centers it for Marula Sala, whose shot is saved by Logan Benetti. More Spartans late first half. Sydney Arriaga up the middle. She strikes a strong left-footed shot that is saved. Late first half, the Scots attacking as Jesse Sanders splits the defenders, but Sophia Sasaki is there for the save. Still no score midway through the second as the Scots. Jesse Sanders rips a perfect shot just under the crossbar, and the Scots take a 1-0 lead. But moments later, Arriaga sends it ahead perfectly to Montoya, who shows her speed and fires it home, and we are tied at 1-1. Just over 8 minutes to play, and it's Montoya again, the freshman muscling her way free and firing just inside the post for the game winner as Mountain View comes from behind to take the 2-1 victory. Montoya with both goals for the Spartans, who met up with 99-7 now Shanberry at the Rika Center later in the week.
We're at the Rika Center here in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 now, here with the ladies of the Mountain View girls soccer team! Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Aaron, we have to talk about this. You guys had an amazing win a couple days ago. You guys were tied 0-0, then came back second half 2-1. How'd you guys get that W? How did you guys refocus?
We've been pretty tired because we've had a lot of games in the past couple days, but we found a way to regroup at the half and find a way to play for each other and put our best effort on the field.
Oh my God, well, you guys definitely did that. What do you guys think was that last kind of oomph that got you there?
Just the belief that we only have 2 more games left before the break, and then we really wanted to play for each other and get it done.
There you go. Well, you definitely got it done. Sarah, what do you think sets your team apart from any other soccer team in the league?
Well, I think it starts with the fact that most of us come from the same club team, so it's really nice. We have the connections beforehand, and then on and off the field, we're really good friends just in general, and we really get to know each other, so the team chemistry is huge for the program, and I think it has been just kind of like the tradition for our program. So.
Awesome. I love that. Well, you talked about traditions. Let's end on traditions as well. Tell me some of those traditions for your team.
Yeah, so we do a lot of team bonding. We do like dinners before games, and we go out to lunch together. We do a lot of singing in the car rides. We make tie-dye and all that, yeah.
Well, definitely a lot of chemistry and a lot of fun here for the Mountain View girls soccer team. I'm Shan from 99.7 Now. You can catch me every morning on the Fernando and Greg Show, 6 to 10 a.m. and then 10 to 2 on 99.7 Now. Give it up for the ladies of the Mountain View girls soccer team!
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This is a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to
the Harker Eagles. Rhea Gupta with the goal, and she gets a nice hug from teammate Julia Amick, and that is our Be Happy Play. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Robbie, and today's training tip is a crossover to step up. We're going to begin using a box or a bench. We'll take our outside foot. We're going to lift that up to the edge, keeping a good angle of the knee, making sure it's over the toes. We're going to lift that bottom leg up to the side, and we're going to slowly, eccentrically lower back down to the floor. Keep going.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a very cool pair of headphones, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi's Stadium on May 20th.
First off, we'll show you some very good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start with the Menlo Knights, 1.6 seconds to play in the quarter, and look at Cole Kastner take the pass, turn around, and hit the fadeaway. Mountain View freshman Ali Montoya muscling her way past the defender, then a perfect shot just inside the post. That's a great goal. Over to Hawaii, where Hannah Jump is tossing an alley-oop to Clara Astrom. Great play there. They're happy about that. Here's Troy Franklin, who had a great season. The sophomore breaking tackles will not be brought down in the Menlo-Atherton win, but there was a better play in that game. It's defender, the big linebacker, Daniel Heimuli. Look at Daniel's skills here as he dives and tips the ball and makes the catch one more time. A great play by Daniel for the Play of the Week. That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week for the story on one of the best wrestlers in the state and her life before finding a home on the mat. We'll see you then.